A lot of people relate gravity with gravity here on Earth. Since the mass of the Earth is greater, its gravitational pull has a greater effect on less massive objects. Due to gravity, all falling objects fall at the same rate of negative 9.8 meters per second. So whenever I drop these two objects, they will hit at the exact same time.
The universal law of gravitation has three main points. 1. Every object with mass attracts every other in a force called gravity. 2. The strength of this force is directly proportional to the product of the object's masses. 3. The strength follows an inverse square law, meaning it decreases with the square of their distance from one another.
Force of gravity equals a gravity constant times mass 1 times mass 2 divided by distance squared. The gravitational constant equals 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11 meters cubed.
Are the most important factors of the gravitational force equation. So if we change this equation so that one of the masses were double what it is originally, then we would plug in a 2 instead of a 1, and we plug in 1s everywhere else. So that would mean, since this is a constant, we don't have to worry about it. 2 over 1. The force of gravity is 2 times as strong as it was before. Alright, and if we look at the distance, we can plug in 1s up here for the mass, and do the distance, we'll divide it by 2. So half the distance. So if we do this, again, this is a constant, we don't have to worry about it. 1 half squared is 1/4. And if you do the math, that ends up being 4 times as strong as the original. So as you can see, distance is very important in this equation, but mass has a big role too.
Here's an example of a force being exerted on one another, and while they weigh different masses, they are both exerting the same force. We chose this topic because it was difficult for us to understand, but because we had a closed mind about gravity. But since we've opened our mind, we now have a greater idea of what gravity is.